Well, here it is. We just wrapped up Bass Pro Tour event number 5, and my best one yet so far. And I've got to say, what an awesome finish. Came up a little bit short from winning, but hey, a second place, I'll take it. What an amazing event. I'm really proud of my performance here because every day I had to change. These fish are changing. They're post-spawn fish, and there's a lot of shad spawn going on, so they're feeding up on the shad early in the mornings, but they're changing. The water's warming up, and gotta say, I couldn't be more excited. Practice, we had 2 days of practice, and first day of half of the first day of practice, I didn't do very good. I was staying down in the clear water and just could not get anything going. And finally, I said, you know what? I'm gonna go up and fish the dirtier water up around the ramp, fish my styles, the way I like to fish, and got up here and caught some fish on a little square bill, caught some, had a few bites flipping, some bites on top water, and it was a deal that gave me the confidence to just commit to up here and go fishing. And then fast forward to the tournament, first day I caught fish on a square bill, and then I caught some on a bladed jig as well. Got it on the KASTKING Speed Demon Pro chatterbait rod with the Bassinator Elite 6:6 to 1 gear ratio reel with 20-pound gamma. I like a bladed jig. I like to fish it a little bit slower, so the 6:6 to 1's a key, but 20-pound gamma fluorocarbon, you hook them up with that, and you're gonna put them in the boat. Day 2, mixed it up with a medium diving crankbait. I've got a WESTIN lures. This is a baby bite, kind of a unique looking bait, but I'll tell you what, you know, sometimes you come to these lakes that get a lot of fishing pressure, you show them something unique that they haven't seen, and this has been a key player for me this week. I actually caught 2 fish on the same cast. I actually had two fish hanging off that back trocar there on the second day, so that bait was a big key for me. The next one was flipping. So I did catch some fish on the medium diving crankbait, but as I said, they were changing. So I actually started picking up the flipping stick and throwing a little creature bait. Got a 3/0 trocar hook there, a little 5/16 ounce sinker, 20-pound gamma fluorocarbon. This is the Speed Demon Pro flipping rod, a 7'5" with a Bassinator Elite, 8 to 1 gear ratio reel, 20-pound gamma. And if you guys saw yesterday, it was the most awesome fish catch I've ever had. You know, it was a battle right there all day long, back and forth. And with about a minute to go, I was on the outside looking in. I'd been bumped to 11th place, and I needed a scoreable bass to make a move. And I'm just going along pitching at bushes and hitting as many as I possibly can. And I figured it'd take about 10 seconds per pitch. My official says 1 minute left, and then 30 seconds, and I'm just pitching and just hoping and praying. And 10 seconds left, I pitch into a bush, I raise up on it, and at 8 seconds, I see my line going sideways. So I literally reeled down, set the hook, and it was a 313. And literally, I had to horse that thing. And that's why you gotta have confidence in your equipment, the high-speed reel, the 20-pound gamma line. And I literally just cranked that fish as hard as I could, probably 4 or 5 cranks, and just swung him in the boat. And that fish came across the gunnel with 4 seconds to go. Had he not made it in the gunnel, it wouldn't have counted, and I wouldn't have been fishing today. Awesome deal. Today, mixed it up again. We had a lot of rain last night and some cooler temperatures. Today, for most of it, was all about the swim jig. I've got that on a jig worm rod, the Speed Demon Pro jig worm rod, 7'3". Same deal, 8 to 1 gear ratio reel. I've got it on 40-pound KASTKING Cast Pro braid. And I'll tell you what, when they're eating a swim jig, it's hard to beat it because you can cover so much water. It's weedless, you can fish it fast. That's why I've got it on a high-speed reel. And usually when they eat it good. And that's what I was doing. I was just covering water on the rocky banks, and then around the docks. Probably half the fish I caught were suspended around the docks. The other half were just on the rocky banks. And then that died, and that's when the flipping stick became the key player again. Just like yesterday, I went over to that key stretch. You can see it actually behind me here in the picture, and I just went to flipping bushes. And I managed to get over there. I caught a 3-pounder, which, you know, that's about like 3 fish in this tournament. And then I caught a 2-pound largemouth, and then I left And I came back there, and right where I lost, the first day I lost one on the bladed jig that I'm guessing was probably 4.5 pounds. I sat down in the seat and went to lip it, and it came off. And I literally took this creature bait, made the same pitch, and worked it through that spot, and that fish ate it, and it was a 3.14. And that fish moved me today from being in third or fourth all the way to second. And then the icing on the cake was about 10 more minutes. 10 minutes later, we had 5 minutes to go. I pitched into a willow tree. My line takes off, set the hook, and a 4.10. Biggest fish of the day. Good way to cap it off. I actually gave Dean a run for his money. I mean, I got it within one big bite, and we just ran out of time. But congrats to Dean Rojas. He really put it to him that first period, and well-deserved win. And gotta say, I'm tickled to death to get out of here with a second place finish. Looking forward to the next two events. They're in my backyard, Table Rock Lake and Grand Lake, so can't wait to see what happens there.